Fifers arriving. Welcome to the Fifers DD991 podcast. I'm Rocky. It's Gilly, Thumper, Lil Tate, and Mick. And it's episode 63. So we're 3 plus 3 to 69. And whoever wants to begin can begin on June 19th.
June 19th. What's June 19th?
Today. You have June 19th.
It's only a Thursday, right? It's federal holiday. That's
It's
it.
actually the day that what's his name? Ethel Rosenberg and her husband, the one that stole all the nuclear secrets from Los Alamo back in the 50s.
Yeah.
June 19th is the anniversary of their execution.
Oh, it's not Baby Daddy Day?
Nope. It's Kill a Traitor Day.
Oh.
And I can say that legally on the platform because that was an actual execution done by the U.S. government after a trial and a conviction. So,
Oh, yes, 100%.
totally legit, man.
Oh,
Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, that were their names.
Well, you know what's funny about Jude teeth, where the fuck you however you want to pronounce it, right? It's funny how the fucking it took them 2 years to get the word out, right? You know, because they'd already been freed in 1863. You know, but it went to 1865. They had to go down to Texas and tell the Democrats, the Southern Democrats, to let go of their slaves. So, all you liberal fucks out there who vote Democrat, your party is the ones that was the slaves. Period.
Oh, but you don't understand. That's not the same Democrat Party, Gilly.
Yeah, it is, because they're the only ones fucking pandering to minority crowds. It was always the blacks, right, to get it back from the Republican Party. Now, they're pandering to the illegals now for the votes now.
Well, man, it's just a matter of time before they figured out a way to get the collar back on them. They weren't going to do it with literal chains, but they found some good financial ones.
That's how you think they've kept the fucking lot of the black vote and the poor white trash vote. Welfare.
Oh, yeah.
And the union vote too. But they've lost that union vote because a lot of union guys have always seen what the fuck they are. They're like, no, it only takes that one person in union say, fuck you, I ain't voting Democrat. It's not their fucking, they shouldn't even know how you vote anyways if you're in the fucking union. I got pissed off at the union one time when I first got in when they fucking told me I had to vote this way. And I said, no, you and no more motherfucker on this planet are going to tell me how I'm going to vote, period. I said, and I vote Republican anyways. I said, I will never vote for a fucking Democrat. I said, those motherfuckers want to fucking shut our jobs down. So why the fuck we want to vote for them? I said, that's just plain fucking stupid.
Yeah, pretty retarded, my friend. Pretty retarded.
This is June 13th explained right here by a black man, right?
Juneteenth?
Whatever the fuck it's called.
I
June
think it's called
13th.
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth or something. That's the stupidest fucking name for a holiday I've ever heard anyways. Oh shit, wrong screen.
What was on that screen there, Gilly?
He still hasn't cleaned that fucking thing out yet.
What?
His Facebook market fucking search for quadriplegic women that are single.
Oh my God, are you serious, dude?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, they all need loving too, right? So,
All right, here we
Let
go.
me tell you something about Juneteenth you probably didn't know. Even if you did know, share this video anyway because you'll be surprised how many people do not know these facts. Juneteenth started here in Texas, and the only reason it exists is because it commemorates Union General Gordon Granger having to go all the way down to the beaches of Galveston, Texas on June 19th, 1865 to tell the slaves there that they were free. Now, if you know your history, you know Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation 2.5 years prior. So why were the slaves not already freed? It was because the Southern Democratic slave owners of the day did not want to abide by Abraham Lincoln's proclamation, so they literally kept their own slaves in the dark for over 2 years. So Gordon Granger had to go all the way down there to essentially force them to free the slaves they were going to keep indefinitely because they did not want to release their control over them. Now, those are all facts you can look up easily for yourself. And most people have no idea those facts are actually true. And honestly, Democrats do not want you to know that information because it paints them in a negative light and it reframes the entire framework of Juneteenth. It was only made a federal holiday pretty recently, in 2021 actually, when Joe Biden turned it into a national holiday. And one of the reasons the left did that is because they want to essentially rewrite history as it relates to this topic and basically smooth over what their party was responsible for in the past. Now, I already know what's going to happen. We're going to have people who are going to say, oh yeah, well, the party switched. Let me tell you why that argument makes zero sense whatsoever. First of all, if the parties did switch and Democrats did care about the black community, you would see evidence of that in our communities. But do you see that evidence? No. Additionally, saying the party switch does two things. Number one, it acknowledges the fact that Democrats were the original party of the KKK. But two, it's an extra leap in absurdity because in order to believe the party switch, you have to believe that the Republicans and Democrats basically met together and said, okay, we're going to shake hands and switch sides now. Just apply basic logic to this argument. It's almost like saying, okay, yeah, I had an abusive ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, right? But they said they changed, so I'm going to take them back, even though they do nothing for me now. That is the same logic that is applied to the party switch argument, and it's ridiculous. At the end of the day, anyone paying attention knows that the Democrat Party just uses minorities to achieve their political ends. Nothing has changed over the years, and the parties never did switch. But of course, now they want to make Juneteenth this huge national celebration when it actually is a Texan celebration originally, because they're trying to pander desperately to minority individuals. And they're hoping that people do not know the facts as they stand and will not share the truth with other individuals. So prove them wrong. If you didn't know this video, and if you didn't know the fact already,
That was pretty interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot to it because when he's talking about, the Texas area, that they were part of the Dixiecrats, man. So the Dixiecrats were a break off of the Democratic Party because they wanted to keep their slaves. Strom Thurmond was the one that came up with that that party, and it was part of the southern states, Texas, Alabama, all those spots.
Virginia, fucking
Virginia, fucking all of them.
yeah, Georgia, Arkansas, yeah.
They wanted to keep segregation in place. They didn't want to change any of that stuff. They wanted to stay all of it together.
Because even in Missouri, you had Southern Democrats here in Missouri. That's where they came from.
Yep.
And
you know what? He's got a gotcha, in there by saying if the party switched, then you have to acknowledge that was the party was doing it.
Yeah.
Before they switched. So.
Yeah, they didn't want to acknowledge that.
No, but they never did switch. They never have.
No.
They can't.
Democrats just don't use Slav mixing. They just don't call it now. They do it with money, free housing, free food, blah blah blah. And even the Bigfoot's got jokes about it. Where the fuck's it at here? Let me get it up here. Oh, did y'all see the new flag at the White House now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100-foot tall.
Y'all see that? Up? Yeah. I don't know if y'all see that or not.
Did you see the video of the construction worker
Oh yeah.
that was falling asleep
Yeah.
in the crane?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's all those fucking crane operators, man. They all do that on any fucking job.
I thought it was funny as hell because he's standing right there and his head's like.
What is it?
Then there was the meme. Did you see them the reporter trying to call him out, asking if there was any illegal immigrants on the fucking site working it?
Oh
yeah.
God, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Is it like a smart ass question?
That's so disrespectful, Like,
Yeah.
Here we go.
Black people have nightmares.
What the bro?
Because the last one that had a dream got shot. Why do black people have nightmares?
What the bro?
Because the last one that had a dream got shot. Black people have
God.
Well, he actually
So
did.
ridiculous.
It was our own government that shot him.
Yeah, that's a long rabbit hole with MLK and all that stuff.
I seen that last night. I was like, oh, this is too fucking good right here.
You know what though?
Freaking Bigfoot thing too.
I'll give Malcolm X credit, dude. Talking about the liberals, he's 100% fucking right when he said that. They're wolf in sheep's clothing, man, and they will be your fucking voice.
Well, that's why he got fucking killed.
Well, did you know that? Do you guys know who George Lincoln Rockwell was?
Not off the top of my head, no.
So back in like the 50s, 60s, back in the day, he was a big ringer in the American Nazi Party, right? And he and Malcolm X would frequently get together and be like, "Hey, we both believe the same thing." Like white power and black power, they'd be like, "Yep, we pretty much agree on most things."
They do. Yeah, I do remember. Wasn't there a Nazi party in California?
That was there's been a Nazi party everywhere at some point.
Well, the big one that came out of California that was.
Yeah,
that was. Tell you.
That's how they infiltrated Hollywood.
Yeah, there was some people in there. They were Democratic. They were Democrats. Basically, is what it boils down to.
Well, that's the communists.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The Nazis didn't have nothing to do with Hollywood. That was all the communists.
Yep.
Well, you go farther into that one with the Jews too.
Metro Goldwyn Mayer.
Mm-hmm. There was another one too, pretty prolific with propaganda and stuff inside Hollywood. I can't remember the name of the residency.
Yeah, Hollywood's been a shit show since the 40s, man.
Yeah.
New to see here.
Huh?
Every now and again, you get yourself a Mel Gibson or a Andy Garcia, or a Gary Sinise. You kind of wonder how those guys make it through the filters,
Well, at first, a lot of times they did. Mel Gibson, he was blackballed for a lot of times too, a lot of years.
Yeah, but not before he was able to get enough money and clout to make his own studio and do whatever the hell he wanted. I mean, Hollywood wouldn't have nothing to do with him, but he could still make his own movies.
That's why a lot of them do their they toe the line because they don't want to get blackballed.
Yeah, I know. I wonder how many closet conservatives there are in Hollywood.
A lot.
Yep. But just like fucking Sam Elliott and those guys like that, they don't cater to those motherfuckers, but they're big enough they don't have to.
They don't care. You don't want to cast me? Fine. Someone who wants to make money will.
Yep. Oh, here's another one that kind of goes along today. Kind of. Not really, but.
They're trying to make yourself a chicken wing sandwich with bones in.
How do you think I'll do that?
No black people don't like chicken now.
I played football in the city in college. Some of my best friends are black guys, and don't tell me you don't like chicken.
Everybody does.
I mean, that is true, though. I mean, everybody likes chicken, and watermelon. Everybody does.
Yeah.
I think chicken and cow are the most common.
Pork. Well, pork depends on what area you're in.
Like the most common. I mean, like a whole Middle East will kind of exclude pigs.
Yeah.
So they'll have cows and goats and sheep and I don't know. They never mentioned chickens. I don't remember them mentioning a chicken in the Bible. People eating chicken.
Not sure how conducive that climate is to water or to fowl in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in the Middle East, and I ain't never seen a chicken over there.
Where?
Anywhere in the Middle East, I ain't never seen a chicken.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a bunch of chicken over there, especially in Iraq.
Yeah, but where are the chickens?
But I mean, like
they're in the small towns. They're in the small villages and shit.
Okay.
They're not in the big towns. You won't see them, but you'll see them in the fucking small towns.
Hey, like Asia, you see fucking dead chickens hanging from the rack.
Ducks and shit too.
Yeah, you'll see that for sure.
You know what the frustrating part of that is too is like, well, how did you get to take over fucking fried chicken? Everybody fucking loves it. Why do you get to fucking say, oh, and make the joke about it that it's ours when somebody's saying you like fried chicken as it's being racist or something? Why the fuck do you get to take that?
I think what I think it was is back in the I think it might be the 40s again. There was a really famous painting, and I think it was like called like Hot Harlem Night, or it was something like that. And it was a pretty famous painting, and it was a painting of a black family sitting at a dinner table with fried chicken and watermelon. And the painting itself was actually like really famous, and people like really liked it. Like it was like a kind of a cultural icon at the time that it was made. Kind of like that diner scene, you know, I'm talking about, that painting of the diner
yeah,
that everybody reproduces and puts their own characters in, but the original one was, you know, really, really popular in its day. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the whole chicken and watermelon stereotype came from the popularity of that painting that showed that very thing. And if I'm not mistaken, it was a scene set in New York City.
Oh, go figure. Fucking New York City.
But actually,
as I understand it, that's the history of the stereotype.
Yeah. But also, too, fried chicken was done by the Scottish first, you know, doing all that.
Yeah, that was a Scottish thing.
But as we know it today, after the slaves put their spices into it.
Well, they got those spices. We got those spices from the Caribbean because that's where all the spice routes were. They traded slaves down there. When the slaves come up from Barbados and other places like that, the Gulf Coast, you know, that's where the spices got introduced.
Wasn't that being pulled from India too? Because fucking the Caribbean was sugar and rum too, sugar cane.
Well, the Caribbean itself had sugar and rum, but a lot of slaves were getting traded down there too because it was pretty nasty, man. They would work those people to death down there to pull the sugar cane. And so they were in constant need of slaves. So if anybody coming from India, coming from anywhere with spices, if they had any slaves on board, one of the first places they'd stop is, you know, Trinidad, Tobago, you know, all those places down there that had sugarcane, because they know they could offload slaves there because they were always in demand for them because they didn't live very long. You know, they literally worked them to death.
That's so messed up, man.
And so that's where a lot of the spices got introduced, because these ships were carrying spices in anyway, and they figured they'd do a little business while they were down there. And the slaves that ended up not dying and got traded up the Gulf to, like I said, Louisiana or wherever, you know, that's where you got your introduction of the Far East spices into, you know, the Southern and Gulf Coast America.
What about cinnamon? I know cinnamon was like a big deal. Isn't it only from like one part of the world?
I think that's
or is that coffee?
Yeah, well, coffee was from the Middle East initially. That's where coffee first came from. Coffee was Middle Eastern. Cinnamon, I think, was Southeast Asia. It was an Oriental spice, if I'm remembering it right.
I'm trying to remember the Solomon Islands.
That I don't know. But I do know the cinnamon is actually a layer of bark from a tree. Like there's a certain tree that grows cinnamon, and it's a layer of the bark. I don't think it's the whole thing. It's a real specific part of the tree.
No, it's not the whole tree.
It's like a specific layer of the bark, and so for a long time it was really, really hard to get.
All right, here it is, right here. Inner bark on cinnamon.
What I'm reading is ancient Greece, Rome, and Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka, coast of India, South America, South America, West Indies too. I mean, it's everywhere.
Is native to Sri Lanka though, so that would be where I was talking about, kind of.
That's where they tie it in with the history is Sri Lanka.
Okay, so it's closer to India then. Okay, that's my bad. I was off by about 800 miles.
No. I mean, that's a spice that, you know, is one of those things was used all over the place. Because when I was just reading what Gilly was, Egypt was using it for burial ceremonies.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, the mummies they unearth, they still smell of herbs and spices when they pull the sarcophagus open.
Hey, imagine if we learned how to marinate meat because we were using fucking bodies to marinate when we mummied them.
Sorry, man, you kind of frazzed out there. What'd you say?
I was saying, isn't it funny that we read these burial rituals? You said they still smell like spice. That's maybe where we got marinating meat from, was practicing on mummifying humans.
Could be.
Yeah, we left this one out and it rained. We didn't think it was gonna. Now he smells delicious. What the hell?
Right? Using oils and shit.
Or a certain body part smells like bananas.
Oh yeah, we did verify that. Yeah, bananas. So cinnamon and brains ought to taste pretty good together, right? Got your brain, little cinnamon, little nutmeg, little brown sugar.
Hey, I don't know what spices they put on the monkey brains, but it wasn't bad in Thailand. Wasn't bad. So
I'm just saying, I've had really, really good oxtail at a local restaurant.
You're muted. You're muted.
You're muted. He's over there like doing scoop buckets.
Yeah, he's like,
oh, there he is.
I said personally, I would just use a Nilla wafers and scoop the brain that way. It's like a banana pudding, dude.
Right.
I forgot I was muted.
And a lot of people might find it off-putting, but these are regional dishes. This is what these people eat on a regular basis, whether you like it or not. You know.
Oh, well, if you think about the way the body is made, you know, what's going to be more calorie dense than the brain?
Thighs.
Well, it depends on whose thighs we're talking about.
Right.
So the brain's, you know, pretty much all fat. So you got to figure. Well, that was how. You guys ever hear that study of the islanders that were the children and the women were disproportionately dying from this disease that made them laugh and go insane? Did you hear about that?
Was that part of Papua New Guinea? Like when they found, because cannibalism so much.
And so what was happening was, and this I think they started doing in the 50s and didn't figure it out until like the 80s. It took them like 30 something years to figure out what was going on. So one of the people way back when, man, they had Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, which is a prion disease that really messes with your brain, chews holes in it.
Yep.
And so these people weren't cannibalistic until someone died. And when somebody died, they'd chop them up and they'd eat them. And it was a matter of respect. It wasn't disrespect. It was kind of taking their dead person into themselves and letting them live forever through that kind of mindset. They weren't savages in the sense that we understand it, but that's kind of one of their rituals for their dead. And one of these people had a prion disease, and the brain was considered a delicacy, was considered the best bit. And so the way it would go is the children would get a little piece as kind of a treat before they distributed it to the rest of the adults. And so they take the brain, and the women would give a little bit of brain to one of the kids, and the kids would eat it. And then the women would eat. And that, because they were I think the women, it was like a matriarchal society where the women were mostly the authority. And so they got first dibs. And these people were dying like fucking horrible deaths from this stuff. And it seemed to strike here, there. They never could find any rhyme or reason until they traced the people who had eaten certain people back to who had eaten certain people, and so on and so forth. Because every time that they would eat a person who was dying of this, they would give it to the next person. And this went on for decades until they figured out that, this chain of prion contaminated brain meat was what was getting people sick seemingly at random. So I guess it's a really long drawn out way of saying that the brain is one of the tasty bits.
Well, wasn't that displayed in the Hannibal Lecter series, the movies and stuff? He's always talking about sweetbreads, and it's in the cookbook, French cookbook.
The brains, he had a recipe for brains in there. Sweetbreads are the thymus and the pituitary, I think, which is just glands. There's nothing wrong with eating those.
Yeah.
And then in Hannibal, he sawed off the top of the FBI director's head and sauteed his brains, but he wasn't.
Old Ray Liotta, man. Ray Liotta was.
It's Paul Krendler. That was the character's name. Ray Liotta. Yeah, started slicing off his brain and sauteing it, but he wasn't sick, so she was fine.
Yeah, he just heavily doped up, man.
The Hannibal TV show.
It wasn't bad.
I started it. I never finished it.
Oh, I never watched the TV show.
I haven't seen it.
It was crazy. Like the guy was the guy who found out that Hannibal Lecter was a cannibal.
Yeah.
So Hannibal Lecter in this TV show was the dude that plays the bad guy in Doctor Strange, Mads Mikkelsen.
Good actor.
And then the dude that I think Scott Glenn played, Larry Fishburne played that person. And then the dude that played Edward Norton's character, I forget the dude's name. He played that dude. And every episode was like a recipe for like what Hannibal Lecter was trying to cook.
It was that part of it was pretty cool.
It's so twisted, man. It was a good show, but man, it was twisted. My wife and I watched it when we were in Seal Beach back in like from 2014 to 2016, around that time.
It's like a deranged Dexter, like a culinary Dexter.
You trying to tell me you survive 8 years of Hannibal Lecter by being polite? Yeah,
I could be
that's exactly what I'm
definitely a
saying.
Dexter.
Huh?
I could definitely be a Dexter.
And you've heard it here first.
I
One of
always
the
said, if I ever got a terminal illness, I'd be the most prolific mass shooter in this country in history. Nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. And the training that I've had, over.
You know, that's always been the FBI's like most scary situation is the lone wolf syndrome. And that's what the lone wolf runs down to when they talk about it, is like Ted Kaczynski was for the Unabomber. Lone wolf out in the fucking woods, fucking people up for all that time.
And think about it, like, if I find out early on enough, dude, I would be almost unstoppable. Like, I could inflict a shit ton. You think like the DC shooters, you think when they were doing their shit on the fucking from the trunk of that car, you think they caused a lot of fear? Oof.
You know, I had a buddy that I worked with at GSM-1 train him, that when they found out that dude was black, he was like, finally, we got one. It's not all white people. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, he was like impressed. It's like, we finally got.
Your mass killers are not black.
They're not. Not like that.
Well, serial killers, mass shootings, all that, it's 99% white people. You know, and what's funny is like I've done sociology and psychology, like I've studied all that, and I've been to a lot of therapy, and I've had fucking psychologists and psychiatrists all say I check every fucking box for a sociopath. It's just there are people that walk this earth that are sociopaths and they don't do anything wrong, and then there's ones that veer, and they're the ones that become the fucking serial killers and everything else. And
well, the reason why black people you don't follow that category, right? Because they open their eyes and smile, you can see them.
So stupid, dude. You're so
I thought
stupid.
it was if they run, they might have to swim across the pond.
You're stupid.
Well, you remember Tropic Thunder, right? Me and Al.
Dude, can make a lot of shit from slip.
Like I think about what's going on in the world right now, and I don't think Robert Downey Jr. could do a role like that.
No.
Even though, dude, he was perfect for that role. He was hilarious.
Y'all remember the movie White Chicks?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was stupid.
Yeah, but
I didn't like it.
Right?
But the idea behind it was fucking hilarious. Like, the Wayans brothers, you know, all those spoof movies they did, like, Don't Be a Menace to Society while drinking your gin and juice in the hood, made fun of Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood. And then, you know, they would cut in there like, message. You know, that was this incoming stitch that they're using now. You had the Wayans brothers saying message in the movie to point out, you know, those stereotypes and, you know, to wake people up through comedy. There's no way you can make that now either.
Probably not.
No.
My favorite Wayans brother was Marlon. I think it's Marlon Wayans when he played Major Payne.
Oh,
that was Damon.
Damon Wayans. Yeah, dude, that's my favorite. Like, oh my God, that movie is great.
Well, and in that movie, he's a black guy making fun of a white kid, you know, calling him fat and everything. I mean, one chubby. You know, it's like,
and we're all laughing at it. It was funny.
There was no outrage. But if the roles were reversed now, there would be fucking outrage. There'd be boycotts. There'd be protests. There'd be a fucking theater burned down. You know,
Yeah, speaking of that, I'll share that. Did you guys see this shit? Did you see the interview yet?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know which one you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg slamming
Oh,
Irate.
I fucking hate her.
First of all, if these motherfuckers think they're so oppressed, just go over their word. People being fucking oppressed.
Well,
You know,
this
fuck
bitch,
that.
this bitch she sits in her fucking high castle, multi-million-dollar fucking house, who's had everything fucking handed to her. And here it is. I'm a white fucking male in America. I'm the most oppressed motherfucker there is right now. And you're going to tell me that black people are oppressed more than people in Iran? Shut the fuck up.
Fuck up.
You know? There are more multi-millionaire fucking black people because of sports and acting and everything else than there has been in history in this fucking country. And you're going to tell me you're that oppressed? No, I don't fucking believe. I don't take that one bit.
If they was oppressed, they wouldn't be fucking making millions of dollars in any fucking pro sport. Period.
They wouldn't even be allowed to play sports. They'd be the ones fucking doing the groundskeeping for the sports.
Yep.
Like, get the fuck out of here. And the fact that she is sitting on a national television and I'm not, and
that nobody watches,
that pisses me off.
Except wine box white women.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to teach my son this. I try to teach him that not all black people are bad. They're not. And I'll but trust me, I'm getting more and more racist because of people like Whoopi. And the black community should be standing up and telling her to shut the fuck up. Because if they don't, that tells me they agree with what she's saying.
Yeah.
And the reparations and all this other bullshit is making it even fucking worse.
Well, and the thing is like the black conservatives that have been around for a while that have, Jesse Lee Peterson, you can name a ton of people, Officer Tatum, those guys.
Yeah.
They get their voice gets stifled and they get called all the names, and they'd fight through it, but the algorithm pulls that shit down, and then their own people call them these names. And it's calling out white people the same way too. The white liberals we were talking about with Malcolm X talking about them being the most dangerous, and you can see it. You can see it. Like, you don't need to talk. I'll talk for you.
Speech. that speech about that Malcolm X said about the white liberal, dude, it's dead on. And I think he said that close to 60, 70 years ago.
Oh, it's been let me see if I can dig it up really quick.
Didn't he die in 1965?
Something like that.
And here's the thing: it's like by black people calling white people white Republicans racist, they're technically just fighting the system, because we are, in theory, what we want as a white Republican is freedom for everybody. And that's what we've been speaking out about. And the Democrats don't want freedom for everybody. They want freedom for some people. And that's the thing, is like, for them to sit there and attack a white male Republican, it's like, do you not want your freedom? Like, because the Democrats have proven over and over and over and over, year after year, that they want to hold the black person down in the ghetto. They want to fucking keep them there. They want to feed them state funding and stuff to keep them under the thumb. And Republicans are fighting for equality for everybody. Give everybody the same fucking chance.
That also includes equal amounts of accountability, and that's a sticking point.
That is, absolutely, because for the last 100+ years, there hasn't been accountability in the black community. Because you've got all these shootings and everything. Black on black crime is higher than any, I don't care what anybody says, white on black crime, because it just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen because we don't even want to go to their communities. Like, we stay away from their communities, and all the crime on them is from them. So it's like they don't have any accountability because they're not holding their own people accountable for what's going on and saying, hey, Brenda, stop fucking having kids and raising them to be fucking thugs. Or Shaniqua, you need to stop and put your fucking kid in timeout every once in a while and slap the fuck out of You know,
or I don't know, maybe have a father beat the shit out of him like I did.
well, you got to have a father around for that, and that's a whole nother discussion. You know,
That's what I mean though. Like, but my mother, okay, when my dad left us, and he left us when I was like 4 years old.
Well, that's 3 years longer than most black kids have their dad for.
But the thing is, my mom found herself a single mother of two. And after about 9 months or so, I was starting to get out of control. Even at that age, I was starting to get out of control. My mother wasted no fucking time getting remarried because she was not going to have that shit. She knew exactly what all that led to. And my dad spent I'd say about 6 months knocking me back into shape, and then everything was smooth sailing.
It's a proven fact that fathers in the household make a huge fucking difference when it comes to men. And actually, one of my buddies, he's a 100% disabled veteran, just like me, and he lives 3 houses away. His son is off the fucking chain. But we were talking about this and how the absentee fathers and everything make such a huge fucking difference in how your son is raised. And just having a father in the household raising a kid, it actually helps women too. Like, it's not just other races, it's women too. It's you teach them how to treat people accordingly and proper. And if you're an absent father, you're going to have racism, you're going to have sexism, you're going to have all this other stuff, battered wives. You're going to have it because they didn't grow up with a fucking man like one of us beating the fuck out of them going, you're wrong. And luckily, like my son, I haven't had to fucking put a hand on him because he knows, and
the other part of that too is, even if you got a single mom who does everything right, the kid's mild, she knows just what to say, just how to raise him. He gets good grades, gets into college, gets himself a good job. Everything goes 10 by 10, right? You still have a man, though, whose experience tells him that a woman is the authority. And that in and of itself is a problem. Even if he causes no problems, that's a problem.
Well, yeah, and eventually, if he has that fucking idea, eventually he's going to get out in the real world and he's going to buck that system too. And the only way he's going to know is to fucking basically become abusive to her.
So even if you win, you don't win.
Nope. Lil Tate, did you say you had a video to show? Sorry.
Oh no, I was looking for the Malcolm X speech. About the white liberal, and then it shifted. So.
Well, guys, hey, Amazon came through.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice. It's finished. Well, Rocky, do you have that game?
No, I don't.
Oh, you didn't get that? Damn.
No.
You can be the judge.
Okay. We're going to do that today?
We're going to do it today.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got one since we're always talking about cooking.
We're talking about cooking humans.
Cooking's cooking.
Well,
dude, what the hell blasphemy sacrilege shit is this?
Hold on, I forgot to click share sound.
Throw that back up.
I'm going to. Hold on, I'm gonna play it and then we're gonna have fun with it.
You patient motherfucker.
There.
Bro.
Burgers in the oven is
the best way to prove that you shouldn't have been the one cooking. Listen, did you know that penguins have organs behind their eyes to turn salt water into fresh water? Well, now you do. I know those burgers taste like shit. I know she ain't got no black friends. That shit.
I love that guy. He's fucking awesome.
That was great.
Oh, what the heck? That hurt to look at. I mean, the dead bodies
I know.
were less disturbing than those burgers.
I'm like, what are you doing? Like, oh my God, that's so weird. Weird.
Listen, if you don't want to put those bitches on the fucking, grill, put them bitches in a fucking frying pan or flat top.
Not a steam box. What the fuck?
It's like people that boil their hot dogs, man. The only place you should ever eat a boiled hot dog is on the street in New York. That's it.
Well, I was going to say a sex party, but whatever.
The last one I'll share for cooking.
I'm a little light on experience
I got
with
two
those.
head shakes on that one. I got two fucking Gilly and Rocky both shook their head. Yes.
This
You're
is for
stupid,
you,
dude.
for you, Hodges.
Nice.
How much pain would you like in your food?
I'd like the most pain, please. Don't go easy on me. You could hurt more. Good thing I brought my own pain sauce. You should try a little pain in your food. It adds a nice depth of flavor.
I'm good.
Do yourself. Some people have just a less sophisticated palate.
Sleeping.
What is the crane operator?
Yeah. You didn't see the crane operator?
Yeah, he's the one that fell asleep.
I want to see what happened. He just fell asleep working.
Well, no, he's not even working. He's just sitting there.
Probably waiting for the load to need lifting.
Yeah, and they do that.
You know, crane operators don't do nothing until they're doing something.
Yeah, that's why they get paid the big bucks to sleep. You know.
Yeah, well, that's how it works, man. And crane operators, like firemen, either they're slacking or they're working their ass off.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember being on duty in the fire department. 90% of the time, we're just sitting on our ass playing cards.
And cooking food, right?
Since and Gilly can't cook, I saved this one up for you, Gilly.
He gonna eat it, isn't he?
Oh my God!
Here's how to properly dispose of a tick. First thing you want to do is catch the tick. Then get yourself an MR920 Elite, not the combat model, you fucking brokies. Drop them down in there. Let it rip.
Still won't kill them. The only thing that kills the ticks is fucking fire. You gotta burn them bitches.
I'm pretty sure it got pretty hot at the
Swimming
end
to the
there.
other side right now. It's on the other side of the fucking water there. That's awesome.
Why are you shooting your gun? I'm getting rid of ticks, man. Getting rid of ticks.
One bullet for one tick.
That's why I need the fucking suppressors for my fucking pistols.
I just thought you'd enjoy that. I was like, oh, I gotta save this for Gilly.
Yeah, out of all of us, he hates ticks the most.
Hell yeah.
Really ticks him off.
That's like when I lived out in the country, right? I had 6 acres. I never bothered looking for the, the big piles of them, the eggs, right? Once I got diagnosed, I did. When I found them, I lit those bitches on fire. You know what?
Obviously keep a can of bug spray and go to town.
Oh yeah. The bug spray don't even kill them. I just got the fucking torch out.
That's what I'm saying. You keep it as a torch. Or you go get yourself a can of Aquanet like back in the day.
Yeah, but that would blow up on you eventually sometimes. That one goes back into the can sometimes.
I never had it happen.
I
like
did
that
one
person
time. I
was
let
unlucky.
fucking, whew. I got lucky on that one.
I'll tell you what, man, that'll give you 90s girlfriend one hell of a poofy hair.
Hell yeah.
I used to use that shit for my potato cannon, dude. I had a fucking killer potato cannon, man. That motherfucker would launch it over a fucking football field.
Yeah, my old man and his buddy one night were drinking on 4th of July and decided to shoot at me while I was riding my 3-wheeler, and it like almost hit me in the foot, and I was like out in the field, like down out. Probably like 300-400 yards away.
Yeah, they're no joke either, man. You can't hit somebody with those. You'll fucking kill somebody.
Yeah. Like it came like right by my foot and then it rolled in front of me like boom. I was like, holy
Didn't the HTs make a potato gun?
Yeah.
I think I remember that. It was Mick.
Ellis did. He was part of that.
Oh.
Ellis, Mick, and Hines.
Oh my God. They made a potato gun. That was so funny, dude.
But the best thing,
I think we were in Yoko at the time.
Yeah. The best thing to put in potato guns is 8 potatoes. Fucking apples. Apples stay whole. Potatoes don't.
Potato guns.
Yeah.
See, I used to use sliced potatoes. I would slice the potato like round, the same size, and then thick, and then put grapes behind it, and then put the potato on top of that. And that way it was like a fucking shotgun.
So you made literal grape shot.
Yes. It was amazing. And I used cherries too. Bing cherries with the seeds. So you got hit by the cherry and the seeds. It's pretty awesome.
Do you know that they used to call cannon size shotgun loads grape shot back in like the Civil War?
Yeah.
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 I just think it's kind of funny you made literal grape shot.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Yeah, we had all kinds of fucking shit at my place. By the way, Rocky, are fireworks legal out there?
I think so.
I need you to look into that.
Because there's a guy at Walmart and he's selling fireworks.
Okay. Because
they do, because the guys up here go down to North Carolina to get fireworks.
Okay.
Because most of the stuff out here is fountains. You can't have anything aerial. I mean, you can. I mean, but you can't buy aerials here.
South of the border.
I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna buy some fireworks, but I'm gonna teach my son real quick before we go an improvised device, and then I will probably make a big one for out there. And I will tell you, the last time I built a big one, somebody from a half a mile away called their neighbor and said, "Is everything okay?" So,
well, first, before we build anything out there, we got to make sure how big the yard is first.
We're fine. We're good. Trust me, it'll be okay.
Because we don't want to fucking blow out 80 fucking windows. You know,
I've been banned from making this from my mom's house because I put a crater in her fucking yard. And she was not happy with me because of that. But we'll be okay. We'll be all right.
Black powder does pretty good.
Yeah. I just don't want to blow out any windows. That's what I don't want.
We should be
black
okay.
powder does good.
Yep.
Oh no, this isn't black powder. I'm gonna use sparklers.
Back. Oh yeah, I've seen those. We've done that too. Goddamn Midwest people.
And luckily, it ain't gonna be dry out there because all the rain, so we don't have to worry about catching nothing on fire. So.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we go fishing in the pond with remember the old 35 millimeter film cases?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'd fill that up, duct tape that with a piece of cannon wick. Yeah, that works out great.
Yeah, no, these sparklers will let people know probably about within a mile.
Yeah.
They'll feel it within a mile.
We stopped at a mayonnaise jar when mayonnaise jars used to be glass. We kind of stopped there.
Yeah. The one I did, I used, I think 3,500 sparklers. It was, it was pretty fucking amazing. So,
yeah. How much did that cost you? 3,500 sparklers? Come on now.
It ain't that much. Those sparklers are cheap, man. It's the metal sparklers, the ones with the metal stick, those are cheap. You can get those dirt cheap.
Yeah, because they're magnesium.
Yes. And they burn really hot and fast. And
I loved fucking science class as a kid.
I always liked when they threw the sodium into the water.
Yeah, sodium.
I actually I designed a claymore with those sparklers. With the like the trip wires that attach to the thing that have a little 22 blank on it. It's an alerter for a perimeter. When I hooked it up to that. So it was basically timed out. So when it fired off, because you triggered it, if you took off running at a decent pace, by the time it exploded, you were right there. It was kind of cool.
Oh,
I won't go any farther into that just in case the ATF is listening, but
They got bigger fish to fry.
But do they?
I mean, Cash ain't doing anything anyway, so what does it matter?
Right?
He's just sitting around on his ass, all the shit he talked all those years, and he gets in there.
This is fine.
Deep State got to his ass and like, you ain't fucking doing a thing.
Same thing with fucking Dan Bongino.
Yep. He talked mad shit on his podcast.
Oh, yeah.
For years.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, Secret Service before, da-da-da-da-da. Now you don't fucking hear anything out of him either. And I don't want to hear this 4D chess bullshit about, well, they're working behind the scenes. Man, they're on fucking TV all the fucking time.
Prove it, you know?
Yeah.
That's the thing, is prove it.
Well, Tate, since you like Taco Bell so much, you ought to try this.
What am I trying?
So I called Taco Bell, told my manager from store number, and there will be a food critic for corporate ordering 2 tacos plus sour cream, 5 beefy 5-layer burrito, about 10 minutes, so beware. That was my exact order, so I pulled up drive-through. It was the best taco. It was the best Taco Bell I've ever had, and they were very polite.
You know, believe it or not, my brother was doing something similar to that. He was hired on there a while back to do inside corporate fucking reviews on some of the franchises the guys bought.
Yep.
Unfortunately, he had to go back through training again. And he was at one of the stores in Fort Wayne that was predominantly black, and he's white. And they would fuck him up by call orders out of order. So he'd be making something. Because my brother did manager Taco Bell years ago, right? And so he knew what he was doing, but he had to just relearn training. And they were literally sabotaging his ass for drive-through orders, all kinds of shit. And when he started reporting back of what was going on with the managers, he even got more heat because they knew who was doing it. Because Ryan had a specific shirt. They have shirt colors and logo colors, believe it or not, that distinguish, you know, what they are as in the business. So he got pretty pissed because they were fucking with his hours, having him go in close, then having him open. And he tried telling the guys that own the franchise, like, your shit's going to go under not too long if you buy these stores. And he had to end up quitting because he couldn't stay on schedule for his kids. So he's like, fuck this. I'm not going to sacrifice time with my kids to do your shit. Even though it was paying good, I'm not going to fucking miss my kids' stuff. So he ended up quitting.
Not for Taco Bell, no.
No. Not even for that corporate side either.
No.
Because it'd have been like a regional manager type shit. But that's how they were getting him in there.
I see that. I was like, Lil Tate ought to try that one of these days.
Oh, we will. I'll bring it up to my brother. We'll figure out how we're gonna make it. He's a Taco Bell junkie too, man.
Ooh.
Anytime you say let's go get something, if you say Taco Bell, he's down. Like he'll never say no to getting Taco Bell. Ever.
I mean,
and it's funny because mom was a manager too, and he ends up becoming a manager.
Yeah.
It was just, and he made good fucking money in Huntington. You know, it kept him at fucking well.
Well, they all do. Even here in Missouri, the managers fucking make great money.
Yep. Anytime I go home and he was working there, that was when I would go in to get my chili cheese burritos. Yep. Because bro knew how I wanted them, and he always loaded me up with them.
Yep. And
that was one of the only few stores that sell the chili cheese burrito back in the day. They're starting to sell it again, but
the Chilito.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that's a specialty because it's a specialty meat and it only goes for that burrito. So it's a higher priced one. Everything else is on hand.
I was glad when they did the decades.
Well, it's like their taco meat mixed with their refried beans is what makes their chili cheese.
So you like Taco Bell like that, right? Like I know me, Taco John's all the way, you know. And someone said back in the day, Taco John, like, let's go. You know.
Like I said, I tried it at the Love's because they're, Love's got one at Taco John's up in Huntington. I just wasn't a big fan of it. I didn't like the way their black beans were in there. Like it just tasted off. Maybe it was just that store.
I got two things. My order was always fucking the taco burger and the fucking cracked taters. That was it for me. To me, the taco burger was, besides the taters, was the best thing on the menu. Their tacos,
big ass burrito.
I wasn't a fan of their tacos, right? I wasn't. Got taco burger because no one else was doing it. Because Taco Bell back in the day when they first started, they had a taco burger. Back in the day,
did they?
So they got rid of it.
Like we were talking, get taco pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand in theory that taco pizza works. I do. I get it. Something about mixing the genres like that, though, man. I can't really get into taco pizza.
It works. I'm telling you, it works.
Oh, no.
Think about it. Dough is the perfect blank canvas.
See, flavor-wise, it works. I don't disagree. But if I'm tasting those flavors, right, I want some crunch in my mouth.
Well, that's why they put crushed up Doritos on top.
I never had it like that before.
Yeah. Good stuff.
It just depends it just depends on who's making it. Typically taco pizzas around the Midwest have like the same build up lettuce, onions, tomatoes, crushed fucking tortilla chips, taco meat underneath, and the cheese, like a Mexican blend when they melt it up. But it's cold on top of warm though, so it's like taco salad pizza. It is a strange combination, but it's good.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I want some crunch if I want those flavors. You know what I mean? Like they go together. I can't separate the two.
That's like Casey's. Of all the places, right? They make a damn good taco pizza. They really do.
Wait, who?
Casey's.
Franchise was.
I'm from the problem is I'm from Davenport where taco pizza originated from with Happy Joe's. So that's like the first actual like taco pizza is from here. So they do okay, but that's why they do taco pizzas because of Happy Joe's. But
it's like one of the best ones I ever had was at Pizza Works, small little joint. There was only a few places in Missouri that had it. That was there. And that was good because they actually crushed up Doritos on top, just like Casey's did here in Missouri. Doritos on top of it.
And that's how Happy Joe's has done it.
That sounds good.
Years
you put
and years and
Doritos
years.
or Fritos or something on there, yeah.
Yeah, that's where you get your crunch.
No Fritos.
Actually, Doritos. the barbecue Fritos that they got now, those would work too.
And they do the refried beans as the sauce instead of tomato sauce. They do refried beans. You do, it's so like taco pizza originated from my city, and everybody else has kind of like tried to do it. And like Casey's does a good job with it. Hy-Vee is not the greatest with it. I don't like Hy-Vee stuff. Like their prepared foods, it's just not great. But
I've never tried the prepared Hy-Vee one. Never tried that one.
I'm not a fan, dude. I'm not a fan at all. Like, what sucks though is like Happy Joe's. So Joe Whitty, who started Happy Joe's, who came up with the taco pizza, he died. His family has the business now, and the people that are in charge now have fucking driven it into the fucking ground. But they're charging so fucking much for a fucking pizza. Like a taco pizza is like $40. It's ridiculous. I can't fucking do it. Like
I'm gonna test your knowledge a little bit. What year did he create it?
Oh fuck! It was a long time ago. So Erin was his granddaughter, and the reason why I know that is because my ex-wife, her sister,
which ex-wife?
My second one. My second one. So funny story. My second ex-wife's sister was dating the granddaughter of Joe Whitty, and they bought a house. They outbid me and my second wife on this house, and she got the house. But that's how I know who she is her name's Erin. And God damn, that was
Just give out
think
a
it was-
fucking goddamn number.
No, I'm trying to think.
God damn it, Billy.
I want to say it was like the 50s, in the 50s somewhere.
74.
74. Okay. I know it's been a while, but it was before I was born. I know that.
I know. Yeah, I mean that's about right because it was in Indiana when I was like a teenager, back in the 90s that it finally had migrated over.
Well, Happy Joe's actually has a place in fucking Egypt.
Holy shit! Why?
That was one of the things is they spread so far that they were in Egypt in the 90s. I think they had one pizza place in the 90s in Egypt.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So what?
Here I got my final Juneteenth joke for the day.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Everybody knows who Shane Gillis is.
How big of an entourage did you bring here today?
Well, I got the whole hood with me.
Yeah.
I brought 72 people, dog. Half my niggas got on ankle monitors and shit. It's wild, bro.
No, they're back there. They're ruining things. They're ruining it. They're ruining it. We need to lock up all the deodorant back there because they keep breaking it and taking it.
I had deodorant in my pocket.
Did you really?
I swear to God.
Will you guys cut that out so we can go to fucking Walgreens?
What do you mean?
Everybody in this goddamn arena knows what I'm talking about, dude. Stop stealing our Old Spice.
We don't. It's not Old Spice. It's Degree. That's the one I like.
You guys
the
are
most.
getting Degree?
Yeah.
All right, well, lock up the Degree. Leave us the Old Spice. Give us...
Did you purchase the deodorant?
Of course.
Yeah, right. You rang the bell and still stole it.
No.
Somebody found footage of us from a long.
Oh, that one.
Hey, Gilly, I just sent you a video my son just sent me.
I gotta look at it first.
Learned our lesson on that one, didn't we?
I just thought that was funny. Shane Gillis roasting that dude. But did you notice what Joe Rogan was fucking wearing?
Yeah, I saw that. Took me a second to realize it was him.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit, is he fucking really wearing this? He looks stoned out of his fucking mind, too.
Probably was.
He probably was.
And why was the taco pizza invented, Hodges?
Oh.
Because white people were poor?
No,
Especially in Iowa.
Out of necessity?
Yeah.
Cater to the growing Hispanic community in the Midwest.
I was gonna say it had to do with the community. I know that, but
I'm
I didn't.
surprised they didn't
know
make it
exactly
themselves.
But yeah, I mean the dough, everything, man. Dough, fucking tortillas, fucking buns, everything. Dude, that's a fucking perfect combination for anything. Perfect vessel for any fucking cuisine around the world. It really is. And you can't give me shit, motherfucker, about fucking taco fucking shit no more. Tacos, spaghetti tacos, bitch. That thing you sent last night? To me?
Yeah.
Can't give me shit about that no more.
I didn't say I wanted it, but I'm just saying there's places that kind of follow your fucking. That's why I was showing you. It's all fucking in Des Moines though, which is a fucking weird place. So
that's why I said you can't give me shit no more. Goddamn it.
We lost Rocky and now we lost Mick. We're killing everybody off tonight. Damn.
Yeah, Landon just sent me that video.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen that one before.
Was that one on Facebook?
Yeah, I'll share it real quick. Actually, I'll come back to this one now.
I'm curious to hear what video can Gilly use to not give him shit about tacos.
Wait a minute here. We gotta restart this.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing a tree.
Oh, that's my son.
I've seen that one.
That's my son.
And he got that off YouTube.
Probably, yeah.
That's what it looks like. Home shorts, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is true, though.
Kind of goes along with what we've been talking about, though, like Democrats and Nazis and, all that and racism. He sent me that he was like, I got to show you this. And I'm like, send it to me. So he sent it to me, and then I sent it to you.
All right.
Boys, it's time to go undercover. And did you see the fucking grip on that bitch? You fuckfaces better not draw me out.
Have y'all seen the Miss Piggy one?
No.
Yep. Yeah. Show it. Do it.
I'm going to.
Is it funny?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That bitch, cause I motherfucking see you so.
Yeah, that's fucking gross.
Oh, man.
Whoever put Miss Piggy. Stop it right now. Don't you laugh. Okay? Whoever put Miss Piggy on that shit, you're going straight to hell, dog. And I don't make up the. I don't make it.
I'm here.
So I had to mute the sound. I was like, oh, shit, I better mute that real quick, but that's what they look like.
There was an AI video on Twitter or X, and it was Andrew Tate and Bonnie Blue, like him smacking her around, and then they kiss and hug and stuff. It's so weird. It's so bizarre.
If it was AI, as far as they wouldn't fuck it. If it was AI. All right, fellas, you got your shit fucking ready to go?
Yeah. How are we going to play it? Because I was reading there's a couple ways to play.
Real quick, this is all of us back in the day, especially us engineers getting drunk for. We show up to work hungover, dehydrated, no breakfast, and we had 3 hours of sleep. Look like Beetlejuice.
Yep.
Hey, we still work more than fucking half the people do nowadays.
I know.
Oh, hell yeah, we did.
Shit, we didn't have to get underway for me and Little Tate come strolling to work like that a lot of times.
What are you talking about? A lot of times, like every fucking time for 24 years.
Shit, hell, the break I got was when I went to Virginia and no one was out there yet.
Right.
But when everybody got out there, I'm like, game on, let's go.
Isn't Rocky the oldest here?
Yeah, he's the oldest.
So technically, by the rules, the oldest person is the judge.
I be the judge then.
Oh, since he don't have the game.
Huh?
You don't have the game, do you?
No, I don't. So you guys got to explain the game. So is it like Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Same kind of concept?
Yeah.
Except this one is, you could take 4 cards of replies and inbox, and then you combine your cards and then say it, and then you get the judge of it. So instead of us reading out Cards of Humanity and then going, you're creating your own fucking story. You guys want to go that route?
We want to do 4 or 7 of reply cards.
I was going to say, let's try with 4 really quick. And if we need like 7, we go 7. That's just me. You guys want to do it that way?
I'm down for it.
Take our democratic vote.
So we're talking classic mode, right?
4. Because technically, by the rules, like we're supposed to slide it to you.
Yeah.
And, like
I'm not going to
fucking
be able
look
to
at
see
them.
it.
You can't slide through the fucking computer. Here we go.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
Thanks.
Hell, we'll have smell-o-vision before we get fucking transportation.
I still can't believe no motherfuckers ever tried to fucking make that happen.
What, teleportation?
Smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision.
All right.
At least you're not freezing up. At least you're not freezing up, Rocky.
Yeah, I know. It's working better today. I mean, the weather was kind of weird.
Oh, that's fucked up.
We had thunder so loud today that it shook my house.
Yeah.
So I was like, "You feel that, honey?" Because Heidi was there. We were eating lunch together. You said, "You feel that?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, that was the thunder, babe. It was a big, loud crack. But I guess there's no fucking disturbance, electromagnetic. I don't know what it is, magnetic and disturbance, whatever. For the radio.
Solar activity's got a lot to do with it too.
Yeah. Has anything been going on?
Well, a couple days ago, we had a X1 solar flare that was impulsive with no real ejecta, so that didn't cause many problems. But the last couple of days, we have had a Earth-facing coronal hole, which is pretty big. Which, when you have a hole in the corona, it speeds up the solar wind by quite a bit. So, could have been that.
Good thing I drink Coors. I don't want a hole in my beer.
Oh boy, that was a bad one.
Good thing I'm keeping a pack of fucking Lucky Strikes, fucking unfiltered, fucking sticking around. Gonna get that last fucking cigarette in.
That's right. I stopped smoking years ago. I'll smoke one though. Fuck it.
Well, I'll smoke from time to time, but
it's
gotten so expensive. You know that one pack of Lucky Strikes cost me $14.
They're getting stupid now, dude. Yeah.
Like the non-filtereds are fucking so expensive. And it's like, that filters cause the cancer, add to it, makes it like turbo. And those are cheaper, but you try to get non-filtered, that are a little bit safer. You're not saying that smoking is safer, but those don't have the filters on them.
The organic cigarettes.
Yeah.
I can't believe how expensive smoking has gotten because I stopped smoking years ago, and there's a gas station that they advertise all their prices on a like electronic board, and I'm like, holy fuck, like 100 and what for what? Like just a generic fucking cigarette brand is like $110, $115, and I'm like, holy shit.
Shit, my fucking shoe, I spend fucking $80 on that for 2 rolls fucking every week.
I couldn't imagine, dude. I couldn't imagine. That's ridiculous.
I'll tell you what, though, I was over at the package store yesterday because I was down by ODU, and 30 rack only cost me $17.99.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if I want to start driving that way and get me beer. I might have to pay $2 in gas though to go get it.
Might be worth it.
I don't know. I might check the Coast Guard exchange and see what they're selling it for. Because that's right up the road.
Yeah.
Shit, I remember when the goddamn fucking beer was cheap as fuck on base back in the day.
Yeah.
Go to the package store and fucking get a fucking case of beer. Fuck.
Yeah, Milwaukee's Best Ice was like $12 or $13 for a case.
Yeah.
There was a Miller, it was like a Miller or something like that, genuine MGD or something like that. $9.88 a case.
Nice.
The black and gold cans.
Yeah, the black and gold cans, yeah.
Dude.
I know Rocky liked his Miller. I do remember that.
Yeah, and then you know what? I stopped drinking beer for a long time after that. And when I would drink beer, I would try all kinds of different beers. I tried everything. So like then I there's some beers that I like right now.
Yeah.
Back in the Navy, I was always a Ice House guy. Used to be able to get the 18-pack for like $12.99. It was great.
I mean, Ice House back in the day wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't bad. So I mean,
I used to get the Red Dog because it was so cheap.
Oh,
fuck that Red Dog.
That's because it gave you the worst fucking headache hangover ever.
I never got hangovers though, so I still don't to this day.
It's not really a hangover; it's the headache. You know what I mean? Like there's always a headache that fucking came with it.
I don't know. I think there's something wrong with me then.
Well, we know there's something wrong with you.
You could be tolerant, sailor. You become a little too tolerant, eh?
I don't think I don't get that.
Hey, that's what it be.
Are we waiting for you to get done to start playing fucking carving up your meat?
I don't know, are we? Because I am carving up my meat right now.
Or we can do a round without you.
Go ahead and do a round, and then I'll jump in. I'm gonna carve this up because I got to get that gravy made.
All right, who's going first?
All right, I guess I'll pull first.
No, I've already pulled. You want me to start?
Oh, you mean the inbox card?
Yeah, so you pull 4 inbox cards and 4 replies, right? And then you mix and match how you want to. Like, read the inbox and then match a response to it that would make it funny as fuck. Here, like this one, right? You ready, Rocky? You guys ready?
You're doing the DIY mode. Okay.
So the inbox, right? The black one right here, Mick.
Yeah.
Just like this one. And then, yeah, mix it with a reply. Yeah. Just one set. Like, that's all you need to do. At least that's the way it's saying. We can play any fucking way we want to.
Okay, that's fine.
So it's like, here's I got my inbox, right? My husband is dead. I don't want to remarry. I only want sex. Click here to chat. Right? The response is, that's it. I'm running away, Mom. This house is a fucking prison.
God forbid women have hobbies, right?
No, you don't have to have a response.
Oh.
You make your own set. Not like Cards Against Humanity.
So you tell me the thing, the email, and then the inbox reply, and I determine which one's the most funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we go round
It'd
for
be funny
round.
if everyone used the same card and then came
That's
up
what
with
Cards Against Humanity is.
Yeah.
Well, technically,
Because one
the judge
is
is supposed to draw the inbox card for the top of the inbox card.
But Rocky doesn't have any fucking
I know.
cards.
I don't have the cards yet.
So you go with the alternate option, which is you making your pairs and then
Yeah.
presenting it to the judge.
Yeah, that's what I did on the reply.
Okay. No, your own set.
No, you don't. We don't pull the inbox card. We pull.
No, you do in the
I could put my
alternate.
wig on and pretend I'm the judge.
You pull the alternate method is you pull your own inbox and reply card.
I'll be back in a second. This will look silly.
Because technically we would have to give all the replies to Rocky and then he goes through them.
Yeah. I don't know if I like this way or not.
See, do it yourself mode, right? Separate the inbox card and reply cards. Distribute 4 reply cards and 4 inbox cards to each player. Every round, player creates their funniest pair of cards using one, but we're not together, so we have to do it ourselves.
I need a gavel, boys.
Does that thing got fucking lice in it?
It's
to make it fucking legit.
Oh, no.
Because I got the fucking. I mean, I'm looking at both of them. I was looking at the classic mode, not the DIY mode.
Yeah. That's do it yourself. That's so we can each do it ourselves and present it.
Imagine if we wore this shit nowadays.
They do in England.
That was the
Yeah, they
fucking
still
style.
do.
Like this shit's ridiculously silly looking.
Yeah, that's why I think it's hilarious every time I see a scene from, like I said, a British trial. They still got that shit on their head, and it's fucking hilarious.
So nasty. Get it fluffed up, right? Poofy, more poof.
More poof.
It's like more cowbell. More cowbell.
The fuck? There it is.
I need a black robe now, like a black robe, and I'll be like, I'll be good.
Right.
Funny thing is, I actually have a black robe. I just don't have the wig.
One of these days, we should get that outfit and all wear it at the same time and say, I judge this and I judge that. It'd be hilarious.
I mean, they let anybody be a judge anyway these days, so.
And everyone can have the argument about, pineapple and bacon on a pizza together. Whatever else. I judge it's okay. I judge it's not,
All right, I got my 4 sets pulled.
That's why I said let's try running it this way, and then if we want to shift to a Cards Against Humanity style, we can shift that one too.
Okay.
Well, then go. If you got your set, go.
All right. First one on the inbox. Cubby Hurts, can you keep your phone all out in case I frow up tonight?
What?
It says frow.
Frau, like Frau Bisna of the Salvation Army? What?
I would think it would say throw up, all right? But it says frow up.
Like F-R-A-U?
F-R-O-W.
Fro
up.
Frow, fucking fro. Come on now.
Fro up.
Fucking ebonics shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
Come on now. Okay, laugh out loud. That sounds like a Lana Del Rey album title. No. Mine wouldn't work because I already had fucking replies pulled.
All right. Well, I got, see. Excited for our date. What do you want to talk about at dinner? Haha. Didn't realize you were a slut, but okay.
Seriously? Seriously, Vic? Because that was my next one I had paired.
Oh, son of a bitch. You serious?
Yes, I ain't fucking with you.
Well,
that's pretty good.
You guys shuffle your decks? Jesus.
That's funny.
They didn't shuffle the decks, man.
That's funny. We both had the same fucking one on that one. I mean, we knew that's going to happen sometime.
Yeah, you're going to run into it.
All right. My third one is, you poop yet today? Let me know. God forbid women have hobbies, right?
It's stupid.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to shuffle my deck because that's one that I had picked out.
All right, I got one then.
And even lying.
So, can I start calling you Bubbles? Just watch Powerpuff Girls and feeling a little silly. Honey, you're sleep texting again. No more red meat mushrooms before bed, okay?
Red meat mushrooms?
Red meat mushrooms.
All right, my last one is, it's not funny, but thinking about those teeth. You still brushing? It's given by energy.
Yep, that's another two that I had, so I am shuffling my decks right now.
Sounds like it. All right, I got great party last night, by the way. How much do you pay in rent? I'm a driver. This phone was left in the Uber. Really hope this gets resolved, though. That's what I pulled with him.
All right, so I got 4 pulled here. My inbox, this one says, hi, Lindsay. Sorry for trying to text you while we're watching Toy Story 3 with your family last night. And then pull it here. Haha, that's crazy. You should send a nude about it.
It's definitely not as raunchy as Cards Against Humanity.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's pretty tame. I'm about to go get my Cards from Humanity box out.
All right, I'm going to take this little wig off because it's ridiculous right now. My hat back on.
Because it's like I got this when I'm taking a pregnancy test, and who knows, in 3 to 5 minutes, you might be a dad. Haha, cowabunga, brother. Definitely not as good as against Cards Against Humanity.
Hey Remy, can my niece take a dump in your bathroom? I just cleaned mine. If you want to butter my biscuit, you're gonna have to try a little harder than that.
All right. Didn't realize you were a slut, but okay.
About to go steal some stuff. You want anything? I'll answer your question with a question. Where do you find the nerve?
And how dare you? Oh, crikey.
Oh, crikey. You guys ever watch South Park where they make fun of Steve Irwin?
Yeah. I watch all South Park.
Stick my thumb in his butthole and piss him right off.
I got it right.
You got the accent wrong.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrestle him down and stick my thumb in his butthole.
That's what I was. That's what I was playing last night. Was the Fractured But Whole fucking South Park? Trying to finish it up. That shit is fucking crazy.
The Fractured But Whole.
Yeah, it's the second one of the game. They act like Marvel and DC superheroes, and they're like doing their own Civil War shit.
Okay.
You get there's a power in there that you got to use, and they stick a gerbil up your ass and you fart it out.
Oh my gosh. It's the gerbil named Lemmy Winks.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking Butter's fucking gerbil.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Oh my god. That whole fucking Lemmy Winks thing was so funny. Is that the one where they made fun of the Lord of the Rings too?
That's the first one, the Stick of Truth.
No, this was
And
that was Death Camp of Tolerance.
Finger painting, more finger painting.
Yes.
Yeah, that one was like German Nazi baby and like Nazi fucking zombies and shit.
All right, my next one is it's kind of dark a little bit. Goes into the inbred shit a little bit.
Yeah,
The pregnancy test came back positive. Now you'll have two people calling you daddy. You're 13 now. Time to start acting like it.
I like that.
All right, I got one. You still giving hand jobs in the Denny's parking lot, feeling lonely, and could use one. Mom, what the fuck?
Bruh.
My husband is dead. I don't want to remarry. I only want sex. Click her chat. I wish for this when I blew out my birthday candles.
Some of these are bad. Like a reply, like I just read this in the voice of Pearl from SpongeBob and it spit out my water.
I didn't never watch no SpongeBob growing up. I don't know the ways of the SpongeBob. The only thing I know about the SpongeBob is a few moments later.
Yeah.
Dude, like the cartoon is hilarious. It's like equivalent to like Looney Tunes in themes. And I did not like it when I first watched it. When I first watched it, it was 2008. I was in Gitmo. I had just came back home. I took my wife and two sons, and we got stationed in Gitmo. And so we had like, it was like the 1980s there. We had everyone had a home phone, and that's how people talked to each other. The internet was barely there, and they didn't even really have cell phones for like the chain of command yet, I think. I think they might have still had walkie-talkies. And
wow.
But internet became a thing over there quicker. But what the hell was I gonna say? Shit. Anyways, in Gitmo, I had a job where I had to do a lot of thinking. So when I'd come home, my brain was fried. And Nate was like 18, 20 months old, man. So he would sit on my lap and I'd watch SpongeBob and I wouldn't pay attention. I would tell my wife, I'm like, Heidi, this shit's stupid. This is a really dumb cartoon. She's like, okay, honey. And I just kept watching it, and I kept watching it and watching it. I'm like, oh my God, I picked up on all the dirty jokes and everything. And it's really hilarious.
It is definitely adult oriented. When you really start watching it, there's some sexual innuendos in there, all kinds of shit.
Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
It was designed for college students. It was originally for college students. They just got this as like kids. Weird.
Oh my God, this guy sucks. Like, there's so many like phrases in that show that are used for like real life things, like a few moments later. The Gulagur, you know. And there's people that imitate
He's
Mr.
frozen.
Krabs. In Squidward. Wow, SpongeBob. Yeah. I watched it a lot. But it, you know, the best seasons are from like 1999 to I say 2006. After that, it kind of just like, yeah. But anyways, anyone else?
And like I said, I never watched it, so I have no input on this one.
I think I want something more than just casual sex with you. Who's paying for this, liberal? Hey man, can I get a bite of that peanut butter M&M? Get fucked.
Is that Cards Against Humanity you're playing?
No, that was
okay. So it's got a little spicier. Okay.
I had to shuffle one side.
So I'm just gonna pull at random and see if anything makes sense. All right.
That's what I was doing.
All right. So I'm going 1 for 1 random. Okay. Sorry for walking in on you, sitting reverse style while pooping.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's pretty good.
And completely randomly. You got balls coming in here with all that. But actually worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it actually did. It was pretty good.
Been watching The Sopranos a lot lately, so a lot of fucking balls. Thumper's still cutting his meat.
I'm almost done.
Little Tate playing with that luscious goatee of his.
I enjoy it when you fucking haven't had ever one in 25 years. It's kind of like being a man. You can never keep your hand off your penis.
Yeah.
Even as a kid. We always got our hands on our dick sometime out of the day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like that one joke was like every dude you ever shook a hand with, you fucking touched a dick.
Mm-hmm. It's a fact of life. You just have to accept at some point.
Yep, sure do.
Oh.
Really?
Remember Chad used to always make that joke too. What's about having a warm cock in your hand that makes your mouth water?
Ah.
Really into it. I'm a pancake.
What the fuck?
I don't see anything that went up.
Yeah, that's what ain't gonna be as good. So
I don't know. I put my cards up. I haven't found anything good. Out of random polls.
That's honestly surprising.
I thought there'd be some more spicier ones in there. I mean, it's got like a devil symbol on it, or like
it does say unfiltered edition. Yeah,
like it's not very unfiltered except for the "fuck you" that Gilly gave out.
Yeah, it's not very.
Right.
So we switch it or what?
I don't know. We can. I got to dig mine out, but it's almost 7.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll stick a pin in it then.
Yes, we can. We can stick a pin in it.
I don't know, like, because like the original says, like, you pass your cards to the judge, and then the judge finds the funniest one or randomly. I don't know.
Yep.
And just, I didn't see anything funny after pulling about 20 cards when we were sitting here going through them.
And that's when you know you fucked up.
It was at this time. And you knew you fucked up.
You know you fucked up.
Yeah, this is meant to be played unanimously.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're supposed to shuffle it around.
Yep.
And then pull it as the judge goes through it. And then awards the win to the person that, you know.
Points, yep.
It's not where you can do as much random as Cards Against Humanity.
Right. And someone determines who brings the funny.
Because they got some pretty good dark jokes in there that we all enjoy.
Such a fine line, too.
Yeah.
You know, dark enough, but not too dark that you get canceled on your stream, you know? Well, shit.
All right, anybody got anything else?
Oh, I was trying to find a funny one for the group chat, but I got so damn many pictures, man. It's difficult to
You know what
isolate
picture I
it.
was trying to find the other night? You know that picture, it says, this is what the women look like that are trying to tell you to divorce, that are telling women to divorce their husbands. And it's like this chicken that's been peppered on, and it's like a stuffed fat chicken.
Yep.
And it's leaning on something. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No, I didn't see that
I
one.
haven't seen that one. I know I can pull one up. I was watching from Taylor the Fiend earlier.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Did you see the trick or the chick that destroyed a fucking dump truck?
No.
Hold on, let me cue it up really quick.
Okay. I'll tell you a crazy video that I had my wife watch with me from what is it? MWA, Modern Woman Archives. This guy and this girl were sitting in a car. And she's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, we're gonna say our body count. Don't start the video yet. And then she says 650 and he says 4. And he freaked out, dude.
Ain't you supposed to like triple that number?
That would be like 1,800, 1,900 people. Man,
Wow.
that's-
Well, you know, if you go to a lot of Miami spring breaks, you know, in your fucking 20s, or you started early in life.
They say that's the cheating capital of the world. So if you
Wow.
have your wife going there on a girls' trip, you probably should check that out or stop it.
Probably just start packing, dude.
Where?
Miami.
Oh,
Yeah, South Beach, Miami, all that.
I mean, that makes sense.
All right, I'll roll this one.
Moving that it caused you to have a mental breakdown immediately upon hearing it.
And finally, I decided that this was my year. I've never really been afraid to try something out, and once I kind of set my mind to something, I got to do it, and I got to do it well.
What do you think? You be okay? Oh yeah, I think you'll do great at it. Just seem cautious. Yeah, it's great having a crew here. I mean, these guys all seem to be fitting in really well. If I'm going to get double the gold this year, I need these guys to work out. So far, so good.
One has to wonder what possessed this woman to think that driving a $500,000 piece of machinery was somehow a smart way to change her life. That makes no sense at all.
Leah, stop! Is Leo?
See that shit? Drove
Yeah,
right into the
they
river.
froze.
Where is she? Is she out of the truck?
Yeah, sure, already out.
Yeah.
Here.
There we go.
It was scary.
All right.
I stopped in time.
At Duncan Creek, Greenhorn rock truck driver Leah Turnbull has crashed into the 20-foot deep tailings pond.
I'm fired, all right.
What?
Is it really, really bad, or?
She
You
was
don't
trying-
watch Gold Rush?
Gold Rush, yeah.
What?
You don't watch Gold Rush, Rocky? You don't watch it?
Dude, I haven't watched TV for years.
That's on. Yeah, that's Gold Rush. My son and
Oh,
I
yeah.
both watch that.
Yeah, it's definitely from the Gold Rush one because they you can tell they kind of clip some of the stuff out. But, she's playing it off like, oh, well, I stopped it in time. That motherfucker's in the fucking river.
No, you sucked the fuck out of it. That's an
She got too
expensive
close.
fucking truck.
Yeah.
She got too close to the head is what she did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
That's like last time I was watching Expedition Unknown since this new season. And they was looking for the fucking bomber that the Nazis were building to bomb New York. They never did find it, but they did find some plans in a castle in Poland for it.
Oh,
See, Rocky, you just got to start watching some shows, man. See shit like that all the time.
I know. I'm
Especially-
trying to get into this stuff again. I don't know.
Especially on Gold Rush, man. Somebody always fucks up something. Always.
Oh my gosh. Oh, dude. That sucks. $500,000 truck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
That's probably on the lower estimate on it.
that's a used one. That's a
Oh,
used
yeah.
one. That's what that is.
yeah. Those fucking
We had
things
no
are
sa-
huge and expensive.
We had those same trucks at the power plant for the hauling coal and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new was closer to $1 million brand new.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because
And
like
it-
trucks now, they like a GMC or a Ford or a Dodge or whatever will cost like $100,000.
Brand new.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. They shouldn't cost that much.
The used ones ain't a whole lot better either.
No. But the thing is, people are buying it at that price. That's the problem. If they stop buying it at that price, they would have to lower the prices now. They would have to.
Well, a while back, there was a news report that they had a lot on the lot. And I can tell you that because when I go home, that GM plant, they're having to find lots to store trucks in that they can't sell. They're
Oh, yeah,
like
nobody's buying that
rows
shit.
and rows deep, like thousands of them.
Well, see, they used to sell those at a hell of a discounted price back in the day.
Yeah.
Because Ford and Chevy's always had to do that. Then you find those that if they really sell them, dude, they're like, fuck, I mean, they're dirt cheap or used
Yeah,
to be.
they were running out of room, dude, because they kept production going. They're keeping it going, but they're not selling them. So it's fucking sitting in lots, just empty fields with fences
Well,
around.
most people nowadays, because they always want to stick you with a 7-year or 8-year low now, instead of a fucking 4 or 3-year low like they used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
They want that APR, man. They want that interest.
yeah. Because back in the day, the max was 5 years. That was the max.
Yeah.
I remember.
You know,
Yeah.
When I bought my
60
first
months.
car, they say, hey, you're a first time buyer. You got no credit to speak of. So we're going to stretch this out over 5 years. And that was it.
Hell, they've got some that are even longer than that.
nowadays,
Yeah,
they
certain-
got
at a
7,
certain
8
time.
years now.
At a certain point, man, we got to shut this credit thing down, dude. These really, really long payment periods and stuff where you can finance a burrito now. Like, we got to knock this shit off.
If you got to pay, finance it through the firm for fucking food, there's a problem with your finances, period.
Duh.
You know,
Some Klarna. Fucking
Yeah.
Afterpay.
A firm.
Oh, Firma Shop Pay. Actually, Shop Pay does pretty good though because they break it down where you don't pay any interest on certain things that are higher items. I think it's got to be over like $100. I've used it before, and it, comes out automatically at small breaks that you don't notice it instead of making a large purchase at the time. They actually do pretty good for kind of financing, not financing, but budgeting wise.
Yeah, big items, cost a few $1,000s. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But a fucking burrito that costs $20, come on now. I mean,
people are financing their DoorDash.
Shit, I used it for my fucking Echo bottle, 71 and some change a month, every other week or every.
Yeah,
week,
but that bitch is what, like $300?
Yeah.
Damn near, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. I almost got one, but I'm gonna wait till I move.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just because I gotta squeeze every bit of every penny out.
I know the feeling. That's why I did the fucking 4 payments on it. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I normally don't do that. I do that with my tires for my vehicle through Tire Buyer, and I do that for that. That's it. I'm about to do that shit for more tires because I put so many fucking miles on them. They're fucking almost bad. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to claim fucking bankruptcy anyways. That shit's going to go away.
Speaking of tires, remember out here, man, the amount of used tire shops that were down Little Creek Road that I seen so many guys go buy used tires.
Fuck yeah.
Man.
I couldn't do that shit though, dude. After fucking working in the industry, knowing the shit, like, nah, I can't fucking do that. But I will fucking get some new tires and then claim bankruptcy, and then they won't get paid for that shit.
Hey, work the system. It's put in place for that reason, man.
I'm just saying, there might be some other shit I get too. I don't know.
Trump said it to Hillary, remember?
Yeah.
Why didn't you stop those laws?
Right?
Because you're going to use them.
Ooh, yeah.
That's just mean.
She's got a beautiful face, man.
I bang her on those railroad tracks.
I was scrolling. I was like, no, that's perfect for therapy. He only said no arms, no legs.
Yep. I mean, theoretically, I want a midget, somebody that's already small with no arms or legs. Like
technically, she is a midget. Technically, she is. Come on now.
She's not a midget though. She's like a full-grown person with no arms or legs.
Who are you talking about again?
You didn't see
that?
Well,
you weren't so fucking high, dude.
The person in that picture earlier?
Right here.
Let me see.
See, she's like a full-grown person with no legs or arms.
Oh.
I want a midget with no arms or legs.
Okay. Like
you want something you can just put in a fanny pack and take with you.
Oh my God.
Instead of one of those, he wants one of those purse dogs instead of a purse dog. He wants a purse woman.
Why is your purse asking to see the manager? No reason.
Trust me, she won't. No arms or legs, man. She's not going to ask for nothing. Like, nope.
Now, when she gets hungry, is she going to open her mouth and you got to like regurgitate chewed up food into her like a baby bird?
I mean, I'll feed her something.
Bad milk don't count.
Oh, you want the feeding tube, do you? All righty then.
Oh man.
I'm gonna share it. Have you guys ever heard of Shoe on Head? That chick?
Yeah.
Did you see this one that she did just recently?
Is it about the anime movie?
Yeah.
I watched it. It's really messed up.
How they're kind of like shitting all over like the fantasy, and like they drew her as like a really young girl, but actually she's older than him.
Yeah.
And it like listening to her talk about it, dude, it's fucking absolutely hilarious. And all these feminists getting, on it about, that drawing and this man wanting to fuck somebody in a wheelchair, and they just go fucking all out like against
they went nuts with that. I'm like, they just want a girl. The guy wants a girl that loves him for him.
Yeah.
And will follow his lead. Like,
and I would never do any woman in a wheelchair ever. No room at all. You got to take her out of the chair, then do it.
Well, yeah, but if she's small enough, it don't matter.
No, you just flip the feet things up. You grab the ankles and you push them up. It's fine.
But still, you got to drop so low. It's hard on your knees.
Nah, no, you just angle it. You just roll her back on the wheels.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Make it like a reverse rickshaw.
Yeah, basically. You run into the rickshaw instead of running away from it.
Dude, that's a new position. The reverse rickshaw.
Oh, good Lord.
That's when you just have a custom built wheelchair.
Trust me, you can never persuade me to not do something.
Yep.
Ain't gonna happen.
There we go, fellas. This is Rocky's backyard right here.
Uh-oh. Oh, flash flooding, yeah.
Where's this at?
Lenore.
Lenore?
Yeah.
Well, that's north of us.
Well, I'm saying, but still your backyard, kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
According to the map, he was.
I mean, it's only 2 to 4 inches. I mean, that's what I tell people.
Yeah, like she said, give me 9 inches and make it hurt. So I banged her 3 times and slapped her.
You know, there's the other girl. You see that comedian girl that's in that wheelchair? She's always fucking making disabled jokes and shit.
The one
I
on
think her
Kill
name's
Tony?
Fiona or something like that. Red
The one
hair
that
chick
goes
with
on-
glasses.
Is she like
She goes on
Jimmy
Kill
from
Tony?
fucking South Park?
Yeah, kind of.
Where Jimmy
Not-
tells jokes?
She has a hard time with speech. I don't remember what condition she has.
Okay.
I think. Are you talking about the one that goes on Kill Tony?
Yeah, I think so. Like they were just
Yeah.
talking about her getting engaged and stuff, and her husband, and they were making fucking jokes about. I'd have to find it again. I wish I would have saved it.
Hang on. Fiona Cauley.
I believe so.
Cauley. First name Fiona. I think it is her.
Yeah, Fiona Cauley is her name.
Yep, that's her. Yep.
Yeah.
I've seen her numerous times. She's
Man,
hilarious.
she's got some
Yeah.
jokes, dude.
Yeah, she's fucking funny.
I think I'll pull up the vegetable one.
No, yeah, yeah.
Hold on.
Yep.
Tell us more about your life, Fiona. I'm interested in finding
Pretty
out
quiet
more.
though.
Yeah, I'm a big ramp enthusiast.
You mean the incline, not the delicious root vegetable.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Vegetables don't eat vegetables.
Wow. Boom. A cold-blooded assassin. So, tell us more about your life, Fiona. I'm interested in finding out more.
Yeah, I'm a big.
That was it. But she's like, vegetables don't eat vegetables.
She's pretty funny, man. I respect that. She's pretty funny.
There's a lot of disabled people that have some really good fucking stand-up.
Or sit down, you know.
The dude that can't talk, he uses his fucking phone.
Oh yeah.
What was his name? God, he fucking roasts people.
Wasn't he the college guy? Like they make fun of him about college.
I think so. Like he roasts some motherfuckers. Like he doesn't hold back either. The no voice guy or whatever they call him.
I'd have to look it up.
Damn it. Yeah. Him and her, they're both fucking like amazing when it comes to like roasting people and making fun of people and like just comedy in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duffy, you know how you said you wanted to do a fucked up like beard or something, some weird shit?
Yeah.
Got one for you.
What the fuck? That would be awesome.
There you go.
One over
Fuck
each
it.
eye and then one above and below the mouth. That's
See, there you go.
amazing.
There you go for the trip right there.
I don't think I can do it though. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
you
know. I
can.
got enough. I got enough for the upper and lower, but not the. I mean,
I'm talking about the lower. I'm talking about the lower. At least you'll have the upper and lower.
I could probably do the lower, but damn, that'd be amazing if I had a fucking mullet too. Like, god damn, that's like final boss shit.
I got the wig for you.
That's funny.
Now, Little Tate would be able to do that right there.
No.
No, I'm too baby face even after all these years, man.
Well, and you bring your shit way low. I don't. Mine's right up to my lip.
I have to because nothing grows here.
That's what. Yeah, his is like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see, mine goes right up to my lip.
Yeah, no, mine. It's like one of the old fucking masked fucking goatees. Fake one you put on under the rubber band.
It's funny how everybody can grow different facial hair, right? You know, the rest of us got full, right? Little Tate doesn't. He's missing one spot. You know,
they used to make fun of me,
right? Like right here, like
They used to make fun of me because my mustache right here that's thin was like a reverse Hitler because nothing would grow in the middle. It would go out from the side, and that would be it.
Like a Fu Manchu?
Yeah.
The Fu Manchu.
I don't know how many times Eureka used to fuck with me because I would shave, and then he'd be like, you need to shave your chin. I'm like, motherfucker, I did. And it was my chest hair sticking out. I'm like, shut the fuck up, asshole.
Yeah.
The spiders crawling out and shit.
Especially if we was in our fucking our dress whites or the fucking summer whites, right?
Yep.
You know, working whites.
I had to go,
Every
like,
fucking
extra low.
you just gotta shave it down.
I used to like I'd have like a 5 o'clock shadow on my fucking chest, and he'd be like, "Oh, you need to fucking shave." Like, motherfucker, it ain't on my fucking face. Shut up.
Was you there when he brought a can of black spray paint to fucking Quarters?
Yep. And then sprayed people's fucking
white socks,
their socks and shit. Yeah.
Yep, I was one of those guys got sprayed
Yes, you were, motherfucker.
because I couldn't find my black socks. And I was still fucking drunk. I was like, fucking
motherfucker.
Hey,
You
I was like-
never. No, you never found your black socks. Them for 4 fucking years, your black socks were missing.
No, I had black socks. I just couldn't find my rack.
He had him in there just for his teabag inspection.
He did.
Actually, for when we had to wear our dress blues, dress whites, or our working blues or fucking working whites.
This motherfucker would be on a you see him running up fucking ladders and shit and white socks everywhere. Fucking white socks all in front of your face.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. We're fucking down the hole. We got coveralls on. Who the fuck's gonna see that? Come on now.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I remember Eureka fucking that the spray painting fucking socks and then the fucking dry shaving at fucking Quarters.
With an
I
old
never had to do that.
Tried to get me to fucking dry. I'm like, motherfucker, I shaved. Like, it's been 3 hours. What do you expect? I grow fucking hair extra fast. Like, get the fuck out of my face. Like,
Somebody should have told him, well, just because you can't grow it, motherfucker.
Right?
I'm telling you what, I saved a lot of money on razors through my entire career, man. Because it didn't grow quick for me.
Dude, I didn't really start shaving till like Seal Beach. The second time. Like, I think no, it would be around 2008. That's when it changed me. I was really starting to be able to grow like a beard, and then I could grow like a really good beard by the time I was 40.
See,
2018 when it turned 40, I could grow a beard.
Fuck, I was 18 when I was able to grow a full beard. Come on now.
That's because you got the 40-year-old DLC, man.
I was like 13 when I could grow a full beard.
You're like one of the in middle school. Yeah, Joe Galligan. He had full chest hair in like 8th grade, like full beard.
What was great though, when I went to Iraq, I could have my beard.
Yeah,
and they didn't know. Well, I can't say nobody gave me shit, but a lot of people gave me shit, and I was like, look, motherfuckers, get away from me. You can't tell me shit. Like, I get to wear my beard. Like, fuck off. So like my Navy command, they were like, yeah, leave him the fuck alone. Like, don't fucking tell him he has to shave, because he won't. Like, and I never did. And then when I went over as a fucking civilian to Afghanistan, and I was wearing the Gestasha and the fucking headdress, and I had a fucking full ass fucking beard, I looked like a fucking Afghan. Like,
except you're white.
No, dude, there's more white people over there than there are than you think, and they have red beards and everything else. I fucking blended in perfectly.
That's crazy.
Half them Afghans are white, man.
There was it's because the Russian-Afghan war, the Russians raped a bunch of women and fucking made white people. But in Afghanistan, there was a guy named Michael. He had blue eyes, black hair, white as fuck. He was Afghani. He was 100% pure Afghani. And like, I would wear the Gestasha, the whole man dress, the head wrap and everything. And I looked just like him. I got fucking pictures of me in coverall. Well, you know what? Actually, hang on. Gilly, I might send you some pictures real quick on.
Speaking of baby faces, Mick, you'll remember this one. Because Rocky will remember this one too. This was 98, fellas. Okay, for that baby face like that right there. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Here said that shit to me. Because I mean, I had one of them, but I didn't have both of those, right? Oh, I was a baby face like a motherfucker back then.
Yeah, you were.
Still looking for the picture?
Well, these are pictures of Iraq. While I was in Iraq as a contractor, I embedded. And hang on here. Like, this was old pictures. Hang on. What the fuck? Share to Facebook. What the shit? Come on.
I wish I would have seen this one the other day for fucking the No Kings protest shit, right? Liberals don't like kings, but they love queens.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Oh, shit.
That's as bad as the Oregon State fucking like state house having like black drag queens out the other day.
You can see I saw that one too.
I was like, oh my God. And then they talked about their illustrious history with drag queens. And I'm like, are you sure San Francisco doesn't beat you out on that one?
Well, Portland's got a lot of fucking gays in that motherfucker too. You know, see, in Frisco, they stay in their own little area, or they used to back in the day, right? Portland, they don't stay in one little fucking section of the fucking city. Fucking assholes.
Literally.
No, Lil Tate knows what I'm talking about on this.
Which one?
Remember when me and you and Hatch took his Mustang down the fucking Oregon?
Oh yeah, you went to polyesters.
Yeah, because you was with, you went with Adrian, but Hatch went out fucking drinking, right? Fucking at this bar, this guy came up to me. You got some big muscles. I'm like, I ain't gay, motherfucker. Leave me the fuck alone. He kept on doing it, and I had to hit that motherfucker.
Typically, they know though. Like when I went to Hillcrest with a buddy, they knew. Like as soon as I walked in there, they're like, "You ain't gay." I'm like, "Nope, I sure ain't." And I wasn't even wearing a wedding ring or anything.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, they do not like women hiding out in there either. I'll tell you that.
You gotta log into Instagram. Fuck that. There we go.
Do you have to log into Instagram for that?
No, I did.
I sent it.
I did.
I sent it through.
I know that. but it pulled up as Instagram.
Oh, it's
There it
because
is.
it's my Instagram account.
Yeah, there it is. See, you're still the one that spoiled that whole bunch. I'm telling you.
But trust me, the fucking the Iraqis. This is in Iraq.
Yeah.
Like I don't look much different compared to most Iraqis in that fucking country.
Well, I will say that's the most tan I've ever fucking seen you.
He's not really tan. He red.
Yeah.
He looked like the red giant of Kandahar, man.
Right? Oh, damn it. Hang on. Share. Gilly.
Yeah, see, I don't do much on Instagram. I mean, I got an account, but I just don't get on very much.
Like I had a fucking old ass
Looks like old fucking curtains what you wrapped around your fucking head.
No, that's an actual fucking
No, that's what it looks like, an old curtain still just took down, started wrapping her head.
Yeah, no. I got pictures of the fucking mortar, the old mortar stand that's right outside my fucking room, and the fucking artillery gun, the anti-aircraft gun that was literally like 30 feet from my fucking room. Yeah, I was all over the place in Iraq. Damn it. Oh, damn it, not that. God, motherfucker. This thing's stupid. This is Balad. So this is Balad. This is way after the war is over. Send.
The only thing you did to fucking make the plate was fucking earrings right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was my room here.
Which one? Fuck. Damn.
No, I'm sending you another one now. That's the last one I'll send. So I sent you the aerial and then my room. That's my room covered with fucking sandbags up the wall.
Get to the aerial.
I was in the air a lot over there. Like I have so many fucking pictures. It's ridiculous.
I've got my browser now. There we go. Perfect.
I still got to try to get into my computer for my Afghanistan, the attack on Leatherneck Bastion. I got to see if I can get into that because the battery's fucked on that. So I don't know if it'll work with the power cord attached or not because it's been so many fucking years since I tried to get on that thing. But I got pictures of the attack that we were in.
All right, fellas, y'all about ready to call it night?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
It's fun talking.
Hell yes.
Some funny interesting history conspiracy stuff going on today.
Indeed.
I don't know what we call this funny conspiracy history crap. Free for all? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll come up with something fun.
All right. I'm almost ready, fellas. All right.
All right.
You ready? All right.
Sir.